चलो hello everyone, very good evening to all of you guys, and I hope I'm audible as well as visible. And let's start with this session. Now this is like today this session is very interesting, where I'm going to talk about a very specific topic. It's a very short session, 10 minutes, 12 minutes maximum. I don't think we have anything to talk about more than that period. So first of all, so as you all know, the SSC's weightage, the patterns, that has changed a little bit over the years. And the last change has come about in the past year, the examination that happened in 2025, with the mains happening this year in the January month, right? So what are all there in the syllabus that is there in currently? Syllabus, mind you, syllabus hasn't changed. What has changed? The weightages. So what you need to focus more for this year's examination if you're preparing for this year's exam. So we will talk about all those things. So without any further ado, let's start with this. So first things first, what has changed, sir? You see, the mindset has shifted. Now, please understand, previously, the only doing PYQs over and over and over and over again, that used to be the name of the game. That is how you score good. That is how you score big. But this year's mains examination that happened in January, so that has kind of clarified one thing for sure, like once and for all, that SSC is now shifting towards conceptual clarity more than the raw calculation power, or you can say the like repeating the same questions over, or same type of question over and over again. So only solving the same questions over and over again, that will not suffice anymore. So you need to have a good conceptual clarity before you can start like preparing. Okay, so you have to, the first step in your preparation should be that conceptual clarity that you should target. Perfect, sir. So again, before COVID era, it used to be, the papers used to be very calculation heavy. But again, if you go about this year's, and the like this shift is happening for quite some time now. This is stark this year, but again, the if you like kind of go through the PU, like the previous year papers, the mains papers specifically for last 2-3 years, you will like see this change, or like kind of creeping in slowly but surely. Right now, apart from that, what are all there? What all are there in the syllabus? For again, if somebody who is just starting now, so you have predominantly two sections, arithmetic and advanced maths. But again, if you notice, I have added a column called modern maths. Why? I'll discuss a little bit. Again, we'll go there. But first, sir, what you need? Core skills in arithmetic. So number systems are there, percentage, ratio, average, profit loss, mixture allocation, time split distance, time and work, all those things, interest calculation, compound interest being one of the very important chapters. So those are there. So there you need the logic, as well as, please understand, like what they are doing. Last few years, especially chapters like interest, especially chapters like profit loss, they are playing with words a little bit. So again, you have to understand, like they are giving you a lot of dummy datas, the datas that you don't require in order to get to the answer. But again, if you take the data, that will kind of kill the question for you. Okay, so these type of word plays, these type of data plays, they are doing on a regular basis. That you need to be very careful about. Now, advanced mathematics, again, you see, advanced maths only, I have actually divided that into two parts. One is your core advanced maths, which consists of the 2D, 3D, like mensuration, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, the basics. These parts you have to, these are very formula heavy parts. Okay, these are all very formula heavy parts. So in order to master these particular parts, you have to remember a lot of formulas. Now, how you will do it, that's up to you. But now comes the modern maths, which suddenly from last year, they have increased the weightage on these topics by a whole lot. Before COVID, statistics, probability, these were topics which they hardly used to touch. Even if they had touched, so statistics, they would have asked you very elementary questions of statistics. That is not the case anymore. They are going deeper into that. They are going deeper into the questions. Okay. So statistics, probability, these two, and some part of PNC, permutation combination as well. Please, please, please go through those very well. Understand those topics because they can ask you anything. Okay, probability, they are going as deep as the compound probability, conditional probability. Okay, now please understand, this is the trend analysis. If you look at this, so the grind was this, the COVID era. Okay, COVID, pre-COVID, whatever you want to call it. Now this is not pre-COVID, it should be 2018 to 2022. Sir, tier 2, like we all know the pattern, right? But again, they have started the shift, the pivot. As I was telling you guys, last 3-4 years, you could see they were changing. They were trying to change a few things because the cutoff was going out of hand. Now the pivot finally came the last year. Okay, and you see, sir, advanced concept of not integration. Okay, advanced concepts of what they had used, sir, 3D mensuration, they had given couple of very, very, very good questions where you need to visualize properly. Very like good skill of visualization you required. Also, dictates like the modern mathematics. How well is your grip on modern mathematics? That like kind of decided how well your paper went. But again, if you were someone or if there was somebody who prepared for the modern maths properly, with understanding, with having the conceptual clarity, 25 out of 30 questions was pretty easily doable in that paper. Yes, there were 4 or 5 questions which were a little on the trickier side. But again, 25 out of 30 was pretty easily doable given that you have conceptual clarity. But again, if you are someone who did not have the conceptual clarity and you only relied on the PYQs, solving the PYQs over and over and over again, then the paper was not for you. That you would have struggled in that paper. Perfect, sir. Chinmay, you see, as per the notification, they are saying May to June. So what I'm advising everybody, please understand, do your preparation with late May in mind. Okay, but again, exam quite certainly, I'm having this feeling it will be postponed. Like exam is not happening in May, at least for the time being. Mostly in June or maybe later. I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. We can only guess, we can only apprehend. But again, what we can do, what I will advise, complete your preparation by late May. So that if they postpone the exam by a month, you have that extra month to practice more. Because the new pattern requires you to give a lot of new pattern mocks, right? So you need a little time once you finished your syllabus, once you have finished your revision, once you have gone through your preparation routine, then also you will require at least a month to kind of fine tune your preparation through your mocks. So for that, always try to complete it by May, whatever preparation. So if I say you should be ready for exam by late May, the answer should be yes. Then if you have a month, just fine tune your strategies. That's all. Okay. Now coming to this. So the tier 2, 30 questions. Again, the same ratio you can apply to tier 1 as well. So earlier it used to be very much arithmetic heavy. Okay. 60% of the paper used to be on like from arithmetic. That's not the case anymore. They have, if you notice, arithmetic is only 12 13 questions they have given. Okay, so 12 13 meaning the percentage has come down from below 50%. Now why that has happened? Because they have to like make some room for the newer topics, as I was telling you guys, the statistics, the probabilities, the permutation combinations, those things. So and statistics are now they are asking you 2 3 questions also in a shift. So again, to make room for those questions, they have to cut down somewhere, right? So arithmetic is for the time being is that particular section. Now, apart from that, sir, the framework, definitely language processing you have to be very, very good in. So again, English, the subject, again, that is on the other hand, but again, in mathematics, in reasoning also, to understand the question properly very quickly, because they are changing the languages as well. So you need to have a good processing power, you need to have a good practice to understand those template languages. Then only you can proceed. And the translation of logic, how to write down the word problem into a mathematical equation, the art of problem solving, that thing you need to understand like very well. Okay, now sir, coordinate geometry, again another topic which is a silent, which was silent for so long. Suddenly it has picked up momentum. Again, one of the most important topics for the next year's examinations, because suddenly the SSC decided enough is enough. Now again, not only the basics, please understand, they are not only asking questions from distance formula, from section formula, no, they are going deep into straight line equations, deep into circle equations. Even they have asked questions on the length of tangent stuff type type questions as well. So again, you need to go deeper into the topic. You need to understand, you need to learn a lot of things. This is proper advanced maths, modern maths, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now, apart from that, sir, you see the graph, you will understand a lot here. Sir, these are the micro shifts. You see, this is what like will differentiate between who will get the job and who will like kind of fall short by a little bit. If you see, so the base level was mean, median, mode, basic probability. That was the like situation. This was the like the sections from where they used to ask questions. If they ask questions from this part, now what happened? What is the shift? They have shifted to intermediate level. They are started asking questions on conditional probability. 2023 mains first gave us one conditional probability question. 2023 mains, the other shift gave us one question of binomial distribution. Okay, the in probability. Again, you can solve the question without binomial distribution, but again, it would have helped if you know binomial distribution. Now, these things you need to understand. Circular permutations, again, another topic. So these little things, if you know, that will give you the edge. And that is what separates good from the rest. Perfect. Now, the volatility zone, that is the advanced stat part. Standard deviation, variance, skewness also got introduced. Skewness and kurtosis. Kurtosis is not part of your syllabus, but skewness, the coefficient of skewness, the coefficient of range, these things you need to know and you need to be able to apply. So these extra things you need to prepare. Again, most of the books are not yet updated to include these things. So you have to go through classes in order to understand, in order to solve questions on this. You won't find this in PYQs, right? Now, this is the anatomy of a top rank. This is your anatomy of a top rank. I won't say anything about this. You guys are smart enough to go through this. You see, this is your 85%. Basics arithmetic, basics of arithmetic, basics of advanced maths. Now, please understand, if you can do it, most of the others also can do it. Now, what gets you the rank? What gets to the top? So these 3 or 4 questions which of modern maths, that most of the students generally avoid. Conditional probability, sir, we don't need, I don't understand. Binomial distribution, what is that, sir? I don't need. For one question, who will go through that concept, right? But again, if you want that top post, you need to you need to learn a little bit extra. You need to study for an hour extra than the others. That gets you to the top, right? Acha, same thing, 2026 mindset. You need to understand these things. The same thing that I've just like discussed. Sir, the accuracy, again, these things will like remain the same, be it the old pattern, be it the new pattern, be it lengthy question, be it a very conceptual question. Like the most important thing is your accuracy. Remember, whatever you do couple of questions less than the others, that's okay. But whatever you are doing, you cannot make a mistake. The accuracy percentage should be greater than 95. So you cannot make a mistake, and the like ideal scenario, it should be 100% in a subject like maths, in a subject like reasoning. Okay. Now, last but not the least, what is the strategies? Last, I'll give you 3-point strategies. So first is the mocks. Okay, mock environment. You do again 30 questions for tier 2. You give the tier 2 mocks, sectionals, topics, anything works. And for tier 1, you like scale it down to 25. And you'll find thousands and thousands of mocks. There is no scarcity of mocks. Expand the geometry baseline. Again, coordinate geometry will be that game changer. Please make sure to focus exclusively on this. And the decisive age, which will be given by the advanced statistics and probability. So these are the ages that will get you to that top of the pyramid that I've just shown you. Okay, so these are going to be your strategies for 2026 examination. If you are going for 2026, these are the pattern changes. You see, arithmetic, we all know which are like what is there in arithmetic. You all know, everybody knows, everybody will prepare. Everybody prepares like much harder in like for arithmetic than they need to. What they don't do, they don't prepare that well for advanced maths, especially the modern maths part. I want you guys to focus more on that, because SSC has shifted their focus. So you also need to do the same. If you do not shift your focus, then you will be left behind. So again, that with that being said, please understand, if you want to go through the PYQs by yourself, please do that, whatever works for you. But again, you need to find these things, you need to prepare for these things. Okay, that's the end of the story. So again, with that being said, thank you so much. I hope this helped you a little bit in understanding the what is changing over in the exam pattern, the exam weightages. And if you have any queries, anything at all, feel free to put it in the comment section. I will be more than happy to reply. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.